And you carry this axe. You carry all of us with you.
I really want to start with, and I'm sure you're hearing it from everyone, but this movie's fantastic. You know, I got a whole bunch of questions for you, but I really am obsessed with getting more people in movie theaters to see movies. I think it's the only way to watch a movie, especially a movie like this. So I'm curious, do you have a favorite movie theater?
Favorite movie? I mean, I have to say, I do love the IMAX at Universal. You know, just because I don't get to see IMAX a lot, but when you do, it's kind of an awesome experience. And that thing is huge. And my memory of watching 300 there the night it opened was special.
Wait, you were in 300? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. And then there was another movie, Ugly Truth, that I did. And I remember I watched it.
No, that theater's spectacular.
Yeah.
So I saw a video of you at Epic Universe, and the park looks insane. When you rolled in, was it like a rock star treatment? Like, what was it like going there? Did you get to go on any of the rides?
I went on all the rides. I went, you know, and they're super fun. I went on the roller coaster rides and then the little boat thing where I got soaked immediately. I thought I was sitting in the safe seat and it was like a bucket of water got poured on me. It's amazing though. You're like stepping into this world, you know. They did such a fantastic job. And I remember a couple of days before I was texting a buddy in Scotland. He's like, "What are you up to?" And I says, "I'm just going to open my theme park in Orlando," as you do. You know, I didn't expect when I was 5 years old in Scotland going, "I'm going to open a theme park." And like, it was a bit of a surreal experience, but the park is great.
Because you went on a bunch of the rides. What's the ride for people that are going to go for the first time that you're like, that's the one to start with?
Hiccup's winged glider. That's is good because it kind of feels like you're flying, you know. So you're and that's a lot of fun, and it's not too crazy. It's not. I went on some crazy ones there that I'm still sitting funny from, but that's a great one.
I want to talk about a different dragon movie. Early in your career, you did Reign of Fire, which is one of my guilty pleasures. What do you remember about making that? Because the cast was really good, and it was pushing the boundaries. Like back in 2002, trying to make a dragon movie is like, forget it.
And then trying to make it with kind of dark and gritty and edgy, and you know, not kind of fluffy and light. I thought they did a great job with that movie, and I loved working on it, you know, but it was dark. Like Christian Bale was so in it, like just, and it was kind of a dark movie, but for me, I was just starting out, you know, at least in Hollywood. So it was, I had a great time doing it. And I'll just never forget Matthew McConaughey just was always like this, just in a trance to get into that character. He always stood with his arms. I think that's the first time that I realized, oh, I guess if you're playing leads and you're playing a crazy character, you got to put some effort into this, because he was like the whole time, and I'm like, damn. He was great, by the way, great, but just I'll never forget that. But it's feeling like he's on a cross.
But I would also imagine though, early in your career, you're looking at Christian and Matthew as like what to do. Like they're the number one on the call sheet. You know, they're setting that like, you know what I mean? Like they're showing everyone else how to do it.
Sure. Yeah. They came, they brought it. They were incredibly dedicated, you know, and even watching them doing the fight scenes every time, bang, like Christian would run down a hill, dive on me, roll it. I'm like, oh my God, this is nuts. First time, then you watch them do it 20 times and you go, okay, so if my career does take off, I guess I'm looking forward to a lot of chiropractor appointments. And but no, I did. I learned a lot from them. And but still, we're all, as Hiccup, you're unique. You know, we're all unique, and I also kind of understood there's certain places I'd like to take, you know, that I think I have, you know, to head off and almost and be in different directions than both of them, you know?
Completely. Jumping into why I get to talk to you.
Yeah.
So what has it actually been like? This is a very, very rare role. In fact, I don't know anyone who's done what you've done with this role, which is 2010, you sign on to do a voice, you make a few sequels, they're huge hits, and then it's 15 years later and you're playing the character in live action. Like the whole thing is crazy. I don't know anyone that's done this.
I know. Sorry, what was the question?
No, my thing is, what the hell has this been like for you? Because it's very, very unusual.
Well, can I just say something? I think I did it better than anybody else ever did do it. That's because you just told me nobody else has ever done it. So I feel like I broke records. But I'm trying to find that out, actually. Has that ever happened before? Somebody's done the animation and then gone and played the same character in live action?
The answer to do the sequels and all, the answer is no.
Okay. Well, for me, I always felt like I had Stoick, I had the voice. Now, to get the opportunity where, okay, everybody else had grown up. Unfortunately for them, I was, grown up already, and I'm just a little older now. So I could still, and always had not just the voice, but the physicality to play Stoick. So, and I'm glad it took this amount of time, actually, to come into the live action, because I feel like I'm a much better actor. I have a lot more life experience. I could bring a lot more to him other than just the voice. Because with the voice, you can only say so much, which is great. I love the animated movies, but you're typically making a point per moment. With the live action, I can say so much more in one moment. You're showing grief, you're showing humor, you're showing, self-doubt. You could be saying 10 different things in the same moment. And I find that is way more powerful. And that's my favorite thing for me in this movie, are those small moments that the Stoick has with his son. They're incredibly emotional and very powerful and very affecting.
One of the things about this is, like, you've been in a lot of movies. You've been on a lot of sets. I was watching this and I was blown away at the level of craftsmanship on the sets. The fact that it was on location added so much. What was it actually like for someone who's been in so many films to actually be on set for this one, and how it compared to maybe the other things you've worked on?
Well, I've been on some pretty big films. I've never stepped on to a film like this with hundreds of costumes and incredible costumes, and never worn a costume like I had to wear, and then walk out in the Coliseum sitting there. And then you have the Great Hall. I mean, it's the arena, but it felt like the Coliseum, the Great Hall, a massive Viking harbor, the village of Berk, ships. I knew to take full advantage of that life, and especially me in that costume, and go, okay. It felt like a metamorphosis. It was 4 hours every day for me to get to that stage. But by the time, like, I was watching the movie the other night, and there was times I was like, God, is that me? And I don't normally do it. I'm normally there kind of judging, going, oh, you could have, but I'm literally going, is that me? Because it just feels like another character. And that was the brilliance of makeup and the costume and the world that we stepped into. It's so damn believable and rich and beautifully built up that, yeah, it was great. But it was hard. It was heavy costume.
Yeah, I heard it was 75 pounds.
75 pounds, and then with the because and a lot of it was the action, like those action scenes. I had the shield and the axe. That was 92 pounds when I had it all on with the helmet. It was a lot.
Yeah, I have to stop because I'm out of time. I just want to say congrats, and I'm really looking forward to Julian Schnabel's Hand of Dante.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
me too.